Hey there, internets. Excuse me. This is Kyle coming to you again with the 18th episode, I think, of the My Business Launch Secrets YouTube channel. My journey from 0 to 1 million over the course of the next, over the course of a year, so 300 and whatever, 50 some, 49 days, I guess, or something like that, 40 something days remaining in my quest. Started from 0. I'm new to internet marketing of any kinds, and I'm just another guy who's got a day job as an engineer, and had this crazy wild idea to try to start something a little bit different on my own, and see if I can grow this to something that could ultimately become a full-time job in and of itself. So today, and again, these videos are more for my own personal accountability to be sure that I'm taking some steps, even if they are minor, every day towards reaching that goal, because goals don't mean jack shit unless you are actually doing something towards meeting that goal. Which, by the way, I did set out, I don't always do it, but I mean this year, for whatever reason, I did set out some goals at the beginning of the year in terms of some things I wanted to do. One of them, which was lose weight. I don't know, it's put in a specific number of how many pounds I wanted to lose, and lo and behold, I haven't really lost any weight, maybe 2 or 3 pounds over the course of this 10 months of this year, and I've got 2 more months. I'm not going to meet my goal. And ultimately, the reason being, it's not a high priority for me, frankly. So, something sure I would like to do, but I don't like to do it enough to actually take action every day to meet the goal. So that's just kind of the reality you have to face when you're setting goals, and just realizing that ultimately the ones that end up you end up meeting, or you end up hitting that goal, are things that you are taking action on every day. You're making it a habit in some way to take some steps towards reaching that goal. If it's losing weight, then hey, maybe eat 2 less French fries out of that supersized Big Mac meal, or something. I mean, obviously that's not gonna move the needle a whole lot, but anyway, you get my point. So these videos, again, are more for accountability to me, force me to think about what I've done. Well, I usually do these at the end of the day, which it is end of the day, early next morning. And I know I'm going to have to talk about something, so I like to at least sit down and do something on setting up some infrastructure or whatever for my business. And if you've been following along, in recent days I've been working on getting my sort of online web presence, whatever, built up in Clickfunnels 2.0. And excuse me, didn't add a whole lot today, but I was trying to figure out, and I forget if I might have done this after I made the video last night, but or maybe not. I forget. Anyway, so I figured out you can, have multiple custom domains in your Clickfunnels 2.0 account, but you can only have one of those that's connected to your site, your main website, which they call your funnel hub or whatever. But it's kind of a more traditional looking website. You got your header, footer, bunch of stuff in the middle, right? And you can integrate a blog and a web store, I guess. And it's got like a customer center built in, so you can set up membership sites. I mean, the membership sites like basically already set up for you, I guess. I haven't really dug into that quite yet, but anyway. So all of that ties back to one core domain for your site, but the other custom domains you can still use for individual funnels, or and maybe even you can build individual pages or something, because they have also pages you can just build, which in a funnel is just made up of multiple pages. But anyway, so in talking to customer support, I figured out what I had to do for a funnel that I had, like for my lead magnet to get generate leads. I was able to tie that to a domain, although it's not the root domain. It's the root domain plus some URL path. So xyzdomain.com / my funnel or whatever. That's the path for that funnel page. So then I asked them the question, well, okay, that's fine. I can set that up, and I did that on one of those little dummy funnels I had put together. But I also want that root domain, mydomain.com. If somebody just types in mydomain.com, I want it to redirect to the actual funnel page. So obviously, you never want to, if you're advertising or something, you don't want to tell people, go to my website, www.mydomain.com / XYZ funnel, whatever. Like, that's just stupid. You would never do that. So you got to set up redirects to get you to the right page. And he wrote back, and there is in Clickfunnels 2.0 a tab that talks about URL redirects. The problem is that only allows you to redirect things from the root domain assigned to your site, which again is just one. You can only assign one for your whole site, which for me, that's phdsecrets.com. That's kind of my core central business, whatever. But that's not where I want to build some of my funnels, because I want my funnels to be more specific to the specific offers that tie to those funnels, which tie to domain names that I bought just to make it easier for me to, like, again, for advertising purposes. So I wrote him back again, because I'd already explained what I was asking him to do. He clearly didn't understand, I guess, what I was looking for. So I wrote him back again tonight. I'll see what he says tomorrow. I did add modified one of those lead gen funnels, which again I had mentioned before. I'm going to offer like a resume template for people to download and be able to edit, add their own stuff in there and whatnot. And I had originally just used a template that they had, and I'd edited it a little bit, but not a lot. So I went in and customized it. I also the other important thing is, and Clickfunnels is very good about this, of looking at the view of your page in mobile versus desktop, and you can actually format them differently for those two, which I think is very good. And I mean, of course, they say really you should just format everything for mobile and maybe don't even pay attention to what the desktop version looks like, since like 90% of people find your stuff on their phones, and relatively few people actually sit at computers anymore looking at this kind of stuff. I do, but I guess a lot of people don't. That's fine. So I did have to tweak some stuff on my main site. You can kind of tailor, maybe where the images fall in the stream of things, because obviously in a mobile it's much more vertical, and you don't want to have like a huge image that forces them to scroll to get to maybe a button and action that you want them to take. So you can get the action above some of your dense text, so it's above the fold, so to speak, meaning it's the first thing they see when they open it on their phone. So I tweaked some things on my main site, and then as well on this lead gen site for the resume template. Took a little figuring out how that works exactly, but I was able to do it successfully, I think. Still have problems with the stupid input boxes, though, in terms of I can't like format it the way I want it. And again, I submitted a ticket, told them the problem. They wrote back, said, "Oh yeah, that's a problem." we're sending it to our development team to look into it. Of course, who knows if it'll take them like 2 days or 2 months to give me an answer back or fix the problem, but that's not great. I don't like that, but I guess if I get around to needing to launch it all before I hear back, I'll just have to put a separate text label that's not part of the input box, so it's clear what I'm asking people to put in those boxes, because right now it's not super clear because of the way you can't format it appropriately. So I'll show you some of that, since maybe that's helpful for somebody. So yeah, let's look at, okay, I was talking about this URL redirects, right? So you go to your URL redirect, so you can create a new redirect. And so you see the problem is here, the original path that you want to then redirect to some new URL in this box here. That original path is your sort of root domain for your site, which again for me is PhDsecrets.com. So if I wanted to redirect, funnel whatever site to something else, I can certainly do that. But that's not where my funnel is not built into this root domain. Discard that. Okay. My funnel, as I will show you here, resume template funnel. Edit that. You can select the domain you want that funnel to go to, which is for this one, the PhDresume.com. And again, you have to create some URL path. You cannot just set the funnel to be at the root domain for, again, unknown reasons, but that's what the guy told me yesterday, so that answered at least one of the questions I had. But so that's fine. Again, I've got now, if you go to this site, PhDresume.com /resume template, and this hex code that they just randomly put on the end to avoid duplication of URLs. If you go to that, you do see this funnel page. But again, I want so that if you just type in the PhDresume.com, it goes to this page. And that is what you cannot do in this URL redirect page. Because again, this original path, you cannot edit this. You cannot change, pick a different root domain. Everything is linked to that. So that seems to be not ideal, but I'll see what they have to say about it tomorrow. Hopefully they get back to me as far as that goes. On this resume template funnel, again, this is one I kind of tweaked some of the formatting on a little bit more. Again, this is the one you kind of want to minimize anything else they can possibly click on. That's why you don't have your main menu stuff up here. You just want to get the information. And then look here, you click on mobile view, bam. So that's where, like, if you don't have separate, again, there's like, you see mobile only, that means those are buttons or pictures placed exactly where I want, only for mobile, versus desktop. The layout is a little bit different, right? Because you've got more horizontal space. So here you try to, again, just show them the headline and your form and the button like immediately. And then if they want to, read more details, obviously they would scroll down and, oh, look, what the frick is this? I didn't realize this got jacked up, but that's cool. So like you can't even edit that. Okay, let's go back here. Oh yeah, because I added some padding left and right. Let's go percentage, and then try that. That's a little better, I guess. So again, for mobile, I could totally I could have two separate paragraph boxes. One that's mobile specific that would not have any padding, but I liked having the padding for the desktop version because I wanted to kind of condense that text around the width of the picture, and I didn't want to have a giant picture. That's probably not even the picture I'll use, but it's a stand-in for now. And again, these input boxes, I just can't edit that to say like enter your first name here and enter your email here. So I'll have to add separate labels there, which is annoying, but it's fine. Let's see, let's save that. Going back to my main site page overview. Again, site, to be clear, site overview. So you specify one single domain for your main site, and that's what I'm talking about. I could pick any of the domains I have in my account, but once you set that, everything ties back to that root domain. So just be aware of that. And this is kind of another question about like, well, what if I want to set up, multiple sites, because I've got PhD secrets, but what if I want to set up a blog for my business launch secrets or something? So I want to create somewhere down the road a mybusinesslaunchsecrets.com website. So I don't know if I bought that domain. I should probably do that. It's like there's nowhere to just add a second site in here. So I think what you have to do is you have to create a different workspace. Which I kind of tried to dig around in that. And this is not where I was at earlier, but team settings. Okay, so yeah, team workspaces. So add new workspace here. That doesn't, shit. Yeah, some of the flow here doesn't make a lot of sense, but you can't even do that right now during the beta period. And then it sort of indicates in this text saying you'll be subject to additional billing for additional workspaces. So it's like, so now you have to pay if you want multiple sites? Like, that doesn't seem to be great. But anyway, I'm not sure. That's my other main beef with the Clickfunnels guys is they don't. I think it's intentional on their part. They don't give you a clear picture of like what the options are that you have in the software. It's just like they are driving everyone. I get it, it's a new product. It's a product launch. They're driving everybody to the single option that you have to just sign up for this free membership. But there's no clear direction in terms of here's like the limitations you have, and oh, by the way, if you need to upgrade because you need more features or whatever, you can do that, but that's going to be on this different plan. Like, there's nothing about that. Even I had to kind of dig around, and I don't even remember where I found it, about kind of the different membership options. Once you get through this subscription, once you get through this trial period. Okay, yeah, here we go. Subscription pricing plans. So you got Clickfunnels 2.0 Basic, and then you got Pro, and then you've got Funnel Hacker, which just means I signed up at Funnel Hacking Live, so I don't know what that means, but okay, so I guess this does kind of explain things. This is one website. You only get one website with all of these. So again, if you wanted to have multiple websites, I guess you have to have completely different accounts, which means you're paying 2x the price. So that's kind of sucks, but so whatever the account I have is unlimited funnels, but this is going to start charging me $297 a month. I don't think I want that. I don't need that, obviously. I'm just getting started. So I guess I would go down to, I don't know, maybe basic, $147 a month. Get one website, 20 funnels, one admin user, one domain, 3 courses, 1,000 students, 10,000 contacts. Pro, you just get more of all those things, but then you get unlimited pages, products, email sequences, affiliate program, remove Clickfunnels branding. Oh, that's something you can't get in the basic, which might be good to have. So yeah, I don't know how that's all going to play out, but it's not clear kind of this process. Oh my god, yeah, these menus don't work either, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, back to where I'm at. All right. So that's where I'm at today. I had another quick thought from listening to one of Russell's podcasts on the way into work today. He talked about something he's noticed from back when he was doing seminars many years ago as he was starting out, where he was kind of, I don't know, pitching some, business creation, business startup plans to new folks, and so the one thing he noticed about people that ended up being successful in starting their business and having success in their business were the ones that were most excited, not about just making money, or even not about the thing they were trying to sell or planning to sell, but they were most interested in learning about the marketing of the thing that they want to sell. And that those were the people that generally had success. And so I think that's good, because I do, again, find the marketing strategies pretty interesting. And of course I do want to make money, and he's not saying you shouldn't have that desire, but just that if that's your main motivation, you're likely to end up failing. And again, even if you're focused on the product, the thing you're trying to offer, product or service, whatever it is, you'll probably fail as well, because you'll try to sell the product, and marketing is not about selling the thing, it's about understanding how to promote the thing. Slight distinction there, but anyway, it's late. I'm over my time budget here that I usually like to hit, so I'm going to call it quits. Peace. See you next time.